Hey!
Welcome back to another episode of Flexin Podcast. I'm Zach.
This is Corey.
And if you haven't noticed, we got a new
cover art?
Cover art, yeah, for our new podcast. Shout out to Banner Beast on Facebook. Go check him out. He did an amazing job.
Amazing job.
And I appreciate it greatly. We owe him big time. So hopefully if you like it, let us know. Comment on the Facebook page. And Twitter, it's changed on Twitter too, so please let us know.
Facebook too.
Yeah, I'm so proud of it. You're also hashtag your favorite FN podcast.
Yeah,
I love that so much. Hope you enjoy it. Anyway, let's start off with some stuff.
Episode 26.
Yes, sir.
Clinton Portis, who played for the Redskins and the Broncos. Which can we talk about that trade real quick?
Who'd they trade for?
Champ Bailey.
Oh, that's a good trade.
That's like I think I don't know.
It's an
Obviously, this will probably be in the corrections
realize...
next week, but I think that was a straight up.
You think?
I think so.
I forgot that Champ played in Washington. I just knew him as a Bronco.
Bronco? Yeah, he was good in Washington, too.
Wow. Clinton Portis ran a 4.26?
Yeah,
Speaking of 26?
I saw that. Yeah, we saw that. Because I wanted to make sure before the episode that he wore 26. I was like, I knew he wore 26,
but you want to make sure.
Yeah, 4.2, was it 4.29 or something like that?
4.26?
Yeah, it's gross.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. So.
What's up?
I got nothing.
You do got something.
Would you rather? Yeah. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Would you rather never work again or never have to sleep again? But you wouldn't suffer like any. You'd go straight vampire about it.
Here's the problem. I like sleep.
I do too, but I think it's because it's that you're tired. You want to get rid of that.
What would you do with all that extra time? Because I know it wouldn't be productive.
So here's my thing. I like to pretend in my heart. I like to have hopey hopes that I would be productive with it, but I know it would just be spent playing.
But if we were both never sleeping, we would because in the middle of 2 a.m. we just go to the gym.
True. Or I would write more. There's a lot of things I do.
I think I would give up not sleeping. What was the other option?
Ever work again.
Do I have money though?
But here's my thing though. Yeah, here's my thing though. Like, I'm assuming if you didn't have to work, you'd have money. But that one's actually feasible. Like, obviously, it's like
it's a possibility.
Yeah,
in real life,
like if you hit the lottery or whatever, where it's like never sleeping again, that's not possible.
I would go with never sleeping again.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
Here's another one that I always ask people: never sleep again or never have to eat again.
Oh, sleep. Because I like food more than sleep. I got a steak sitting right next to you.
That's actually not. That's not a lie. He really does.
There's actually
I've never been there. Is it good?
Logan's? Yeah, dog. It's really good. Today it wasn't good because the DoorDash dude was almost 2 hours late.
DoorDash? I've never done DoorDash.
It's not bad. It's a little expensive, but it's got more options than Grubhub.
Let's just face facts. You're willing to pay for not having to leave the house.
Oh, 100%.
I'm so glad that as a society, that's a acceptable.
I don't want to talk to people, and the guy kept talking to me. I was like, I don't care.
It's so awkward.
Just go, dog.
You've already got your tip. Get out of here.
Anyway, hey, fun fact.
Here we go.
The Kansas City Chiefs are the only team not to lose a game by more than 7 points in 2 years.
The fact that they didn't, so I was looking at their record.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't absolutely tank when Mahomes went out, that's impressive.
They got so much talent, bro.
Yeah, and who's their backup quarterback?
Matt Moore.
Like former Panthers quarterback?
Who was a high school football coach last season.
I bet he was.
No, for real.
No, I bet he was.
Yeah, he was a good one. They won. They came in fourth in their conference. I don't know if that to be true. I apologize, Matt Moore, if you're actually a good high school coach. I apologize. Anywho.
Yeah, remember Brett Favre was a high school coach? Could you imagine being...
At his old high school.
Could you imagine Brett Favre...
I thought about that.
As a quarterback.
Like... No,
how much pressure would that be?
A lot, but I'm thinking it because he throws passes.
No, I've seen him
cry.
I would
catching
cry
a pass from Brett Favre. Yep. I would weep. I would hit me with the fastball.
I would literally talk shit to your actual quarterback if I was a wide receiver.
He throws the ball way better.
So explain to me why 8,000-year-old Brett Favre still throws a better bullet pass than you, and you know what? You shut up, Kyle.
Belittle your starting quarterback. Hey. Corrections. Remember last week we were talking about Vince Carter wearing number 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wore number 25 with the Mavs. I told you.
He's played for 3,000 teams. God forbid if I forget one number he wore.
I was right. Yet again.
So he only has 2 of his numbers retired, right? 15 for the Hawks. Or yeah, wow. 15 for Toronto, and then did he wear 15 in New Jersey?
Yes. With J. Kidd?
Yeah, I think those are the only 2 numbers you retire. I don't know though. He's meant a lot to that Hawks organization.
Probably just Toronto, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably.
If I had to guess.
But he was a big reason they succeeded.
Oh,
remember, was he on that team that went to the finals?
The Raptors went to the finals before?
No. The
conference finals.
No, the Nets.
Oh, yeah, with J Kidd. Yeah,
I think he was.
Yeah.
It might. I don't know.
And Richard Jefferson, Jason Richardson.
Hey, you remember Kerry Kittles? I do for some stupid reason. I think it's because
Gary Skittles.
No, Kerry Kittles.
But that's not a person. You tell me not to make shit up. Stop making shit up.
All right, next week in the corrections, you owe me an apology.
I know he's real. I'm just saying it's a dumb name.
Kerry Skittles. I think that's why I remember it. Because it's almost Skittles.
I think you're a little dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk fantasy football real quick, because I know I've been badgered on this podcast to talk about fantasy football a couple times.
Both of us have.
At the start of the year, we weren't doing so hot.
Not at all.
I was 7th out of 8. You were like 5 or 6. You've been middle of the pack all year.
Yep.
5, 6, somewhere in there. Now top 4 make it to the playoffs. Currently, lowly Zach over here is now playing in the championship after making a run the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season, going undefeated, and now I'm playing in the championship game against, now granted, it is my mom, so shout-outs to you.
Listen here, Holly.
Whoa!
You've beaten me twice in fantasy football by like a combined 4 points. It makes me so... She literally beat me one game simply off of Odell Beckham's 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
And then
can we talk about
that was back when I had Baker Mayfield as my quarterback.
They were making fun of us all season.
Yep.
And we were 3 points away from it being a Flexin Nerd final.
Yep.
I would have loved that.
Not only that, but I switched up my quarterbacks. I think that's what saved me. I benched Baker Mayfield.
Ooh,
or I kicked him off my team and picked up Jimmy G, and everyone was talking shit about that. Well, I'm battling for third place now. So.
Well, hey, can you wish me some luck over here?
Yeah, you don't need it. You got this.
I got Lamar though. That's what I got.
Exactly. You got it.
I need him because last time against Cleveland he didn't play well, so I'm gonna need him to show up this week.
He's got it.
He's gonna need to.
Is it in Cleveland or is it
in Cleveland? But in Baltimore they lost 42 to like 21 or something.
Yeah, they didn't play well.
They need a revenge game, and I need Lamar to come out and throw 5 more touchdowns.
Gross.
Yeah.
And rush for 3 more.
He doesn't need to do all that.
Yeah,
that's bad in the stats. Okay, that's what I do with Lamar.
Well, in my heart, that's why I wanted to happen.
So I'm excited about that. Let's just.
Can I tell you how mad I am that I'm 7-7, but I lead our whole league in points?
That's awesome.
No, it's not. Why am I 7-7?
How many points do you allow though?
A lot, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably why you're 7-7. So remember 2 weeks ago? Oh, you know what? I lied. Hold on. Let's talk about. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast yet. We discussed after the podcast last week, but the Patriots cheating scandal thing.
No, we did not talk. I don't think we talked about it.
I remember editing it, and I don't remember.
So I watched that clip that you sent me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about with Mo, which I tried to get him to listen, but he said all he's going to do is make fun of us. So
he will 100%.
Maybe I don't want him to listen. Anyway, I was like, so the cheating part is them filming the substitutions part, right?
That was just a clip of what they filmed.
Because a lot of it was on the sideline. It wasn't the actual game.
Correct. Because
here's my problem with the whole thing. Why are you filming the Bengals?
Because A, nobody cares about the Bengals, right? So why would you investigate that?
True.
2, they have a brand new coach. They're going to draft high. Bill Belichick is that type of asshole. Well, he'll get your stuff now, and then when you're good in 4 years, he's already got that shit on lock.
That makes sense.
So,
plus, who's to say maybe they just got caught on Cincinnati?
Oh no, that's what I think.
But you know what? Well, I don't like. So the clip that I will watch. Would you link that?
Yeah, I'll link it.
So they were all talking about it. It was Strahan and all them, right?
Yeah.
They were all talking about it, and all of them said there's no way that was Belichick's fault. That there's no way he was involved. And I was like, you're absolutely full of shit.
Yeah, if you think he wasn't involved, there's no way.
There's nothing happens in the New England organization.
Okay, so here's years ago during Spygate, when they were caught doing that, it came out that the scout or whoever was filming was told, if you are caught, tell them you are a member of Kraft Productions and you're filming a video for the team. That is a documented statement that came out in 2007. Fast forward a few years, and they get caught filming the sidelines. What did he say?
Same thing.
He said word for word, we work for Kraft Productions. Bro, they were already told what to lie about years ago, and now they're
still carrying on the company line.
And the thing is that, sure, it doesn't look like a whole lot. However, because surprisingly, the Bill Belichick hater that is Skip Bayless says there's no way he knew about this, because why would you film it from the back of the sideline? You can't see all the calls. You can't see all the hand signals and stuff. But I bet you can get enough information from the sideline, from that angle.
Just the substitution package alone.
Knowing who's coming in when and stuff. That's
what they do in certain situations.
Regardless of how useful you think that information is, if it's not useful at all, why the fuck is it not allowed?
Right.
So if there's a rule saying don't do that, and you're doing it, like, what do you mean? I don't care if it's useful or not.
Them getting caught for a third time on... I mean, say what you want about Deflategate. They came out and smacked the Colts regardless. At the same time, though, this is at least the third time that they've been caught on some suspicious shit.
Mm-hmm.
When are we going to start...
firing?
Or no, when are we going to start, like, taking this shit seriously? Like, at what point is this going to really impact Brady and Belichick's legacy? Because to me, that personally, when Spygate came out, that was it for me. The first time.
But here's the thing: that's not even the first time. The Panthers in 2001, and the Rams, was that who they beat the first time?
Yeah.
Both people came out and said they thought they had Patriots people filming their walkthroughs the day before.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Peyton Manning said they didn't have real conversations in the locker room because they thought it was bugged. And apparently, there have been a handful, 5, 6, 7 times, of the other team's headsets being just magically cut off, and they couldn't hear.
So they've just been cheating in the whole Belichick era. They've been cheating.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I understand wanting to get like any kind of edge you can, but at the same time, like, how do you honestly take that Lombardi Trophy and raise it, knowing that you cheated to get it? You know what I mean?
Some people don't care, and my thing is,
like, honestly, if the 49ers like won that Super Bowl where we came back against the Ravens, if we'd have won that, it would have been cheapened by the whole halftime thing.
Bullshit. How did that have any impact on the game?
Because it wasn't like we came out at halftime firing. Like, something happened. So people are always going to be like, oh, well, somebody did something. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a clean win.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, we didn't cheat, but I'm saying...
But I'm asking, what does more break give you?
Right.
Like, they didn't...
Well, they're saying it ruined the Ravens' momentum. I'm not saying I agree with it. The
Ravens team is led by Ray Lewis. They didn't lose momentum. And Ed Reed, fuck that. He was like, if you fuck up, I'm going to stab you.
Well, it's better than being shot by somebody that Ray Lewis knows, right? Anyways.
Anywho. The Patriots definitely... He definitely knew about it. I think regardless of how much information you can gain from it, it's cheating. He should be at the minimum suspended right now.
Both of them. Throw Brady in there too. I don't.
No,
I know.
Let Tom out there to.
He was there, petting a hairless cat right next to Belichick with his hairless cat.
Except they hate each other.
They do hate each other.
To be fair, I hate Tom Brady too.
Have you seen his face?
Yeah.
He's a slappable face.
Easily.
So if somebody hit Tom Brady in the head with a helmet, how many people do you think would seriously have a problem with it? If Myles Garrett hits Tom Brady in the head,
I think
Boston would lose their goddamn minds.
Boston would explode.
But everyone else would be like, meh.
They kind of deserved it.
Yeah. Look at him with his stupid face.
So there's a clip.
Kiss your kid on the mouth now, weirdo.
Ugh. Let's not talk about it. Anyway, if you haven't seen the clip, don't. It's creepy. So I was on Twitter.
All right. At what age are you going to stop kissing your daughter?
I don't kiss her on the mouth now.
Right.
So now?
Right.
I mean, maybe as a baby it's weird, and maybe when she's like 1 or 2, she knows what a kiss is.
When they start going to school, that better stop.
I'll find.
I guess daughters are a little. It's a different.
No, but it's not just that it wasn't like.
Yeah, it was the length.
It was the length, and the kid clearly didn't want to do it.
Yeah, because it was on camera, and
anyway. Also, why did he have to come in and ask his dad about his fantasy team?
Right.
You're old enough to just open your phone.
Well, maybe it's because
I think it's probably for the bit.
Yeah, probably.
I had a train of thought, and you made me lose it. By the way.
Good.
No, okay. So on Twitter a couple weeks ago, it was the Chargers were playing the Steelers or somebody like that, and Philip Rivers gets sacked.
Good.
And he's like, touchdown, yeah, because Philip Rivers doesn't cuss.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And the guy was like, dog, why are you yelling at my ear?
Yeah,
And he's
I saw
like
that.
excited, right? And then one of the comments on the Twitter was like, so we have all of their dialogue, but nobody can find anything about what Mason Rudolph said or didn't say to Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
I find that interesting. Do you think they lost the tapes, bro?
What are you implying?
I'm implying that maybe he actually said something, but the NFL didn't need that on top of
a lot of the comments that I was reading in the like Facebook and all that, they said that you could read his lips from what you could, and he didn't say anything. I think he probably called him.
His lips through the mask?
I'm saying I don't think he called him a racial slur because that would have been the very first thing Myles Garrett said. Why did he wait a week?
Because everybody kept telling him, dog, say he was racist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way.
To be fair,
I honestly think Myles, if that happens, right, if that's what he was said, like when he was on top of him or whatever, or right before he got hit, I definitely think Myles, that's the first thing out of Myles Garrett's mouth in the press conference. Doesn't apologize. Says, yeah, I would apologize, but he called me a racial slur, and I lost temper and hit him. And you're like, you know what? Don't even suspend him.
I agree. And again, I don't think he did it. The only thing is I will say is the dude is from, a state where he played for the Oklahoma State and they were the Cowboys.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just saying maybe.
Hey, come on. Des Bryant went to Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and how didn't he get arrested like 3 times while I was in college?
No, probably by just walking down the street. They're like, hey.
And Baker Mayfield went to Oklahoma. He seems like a guy who would say something stupid.
You seen him?
Remember Riley Cooper when he played for the Eagles?
Wasn't he yelling racial things
at police officers in a concert?
In a
country
concert.
He was wearing jorts.
Why does that make it so much worse?
Because he was wearing jorts and a cowboy hat.
If he was at a rap concert and said it, it's racist, but country just makes it so much worse.
So.
What if it was at like a Garth Brooks concert where it's
that's...
No, I'm saying like a good concert, and you're just like, hey,
come on.
Why is that so much worse?
The Patriots cheating and the Bengals. Tom Brady and the Patriots played the Bengals.
Right.
Tom Brady had 128 yards passing.
really came out and did the thing, right, against the Bengals.
The Bengals, bro.
So speaking of the Bengals, they're going to get the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about them taking Chase Young. When they take Chase Young, I'm going to do my I fucking told you so dance.
You're going to be really mad when they take Joe Burrow, Doug.
Okay, I've also heard that. They're going to take Joe Burrow, which is so stupid. And then
if you find...
Did you see Todd McShay's top 10?
Yeah.
New one? He's got the Dolphins taking Tua.
Yeah, that's dumb.
At 4?
That's stupid.
Bro, if they take him at Tua...
If they take him at Tua?
If they take him at Tua. No, if they take him at 4, that's a dumb move, and the Dolphins aren't trying to get any better.
That's a waste.
You're not. If you don't win in that.
If you're the Dolphins, you pick a defensive player or an offensive lineman or something at 4 or 2 or wherever they're at. If Tua's there in the second round, pick him.
For sure, yeah. But you don't take him in the first round.
You do not take him in, and you don't take him in the top 10.
Yeah, not even. Yeah.
15 or behind, maybe. Depending on how he...
Depending on what you're looking at in the 20s.
Yeah.
Like if you're the Chargers.
Or the
Saints. I am like 99% sure Philip Rivers' Charger career is over.
I agree.
Because he doesn't want to go to L.A. He's done. He just doesn't want to go to L.A.
He had a...
linked to Tennessee.
He has a custom van. Okay, he doesn't go to L.A., but why would he go to Tennessee? No, dog. If he's not going to L.A., he's retiring.
No, I don't think so. I think he's playing more. Somebody out there will pay him. I keep hearing Tennessee, but it doesn't make any sense because they're like kind of sold on Tannehill.
Well, they are now. They didn't expect Tannehill to be this good, though. And
I think because Tannehill realized it's either Tennessee or my career's over. Got a van down by the river.
Oh, his van. Yeah, he's got a custom van and a valet that drives him from the Chargers' old practice facility to their new one. Because he still lives in San Diego, and all their shit's in L.A. So he has like a limo basically built, and he watches film the whole 3-hour drive while he goes to practice. Then when he picks up his kids, he's watching film in the back of the thing until he gets his kids in the truck, and then
And it doesn't help him on Sundays.
Not anymore. But I'm just because it's been a year or two now, right?
But it never helped him.
No, probably not.
I mean,
but
they had a good year last year.
The Saints
But
and
they had
Tua. If they pick what? If they are 32nd or 31,
if they're going to do a quarterback, man, they'll give Teddy Bridgewater. They'll franchise tag Teddy Bridgewater, give Drew Brees one more year, and then they'll move on with Teddy Bridgewater. If they're going to go the quarterback
that's a lot of fucking money.
It is, but you can't let a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, if you think he's your future, walk out. Either that or you
most related to Drew.
Yeah, either that or
his comp.
either that or you do a backloaded contract with Teddy, where you're like, hey man, we'll pay you like $10 million for next year or two.
No way he takes 10, bro.
If you backload it, and if you say you're getting like 25 in year 2 or 3 of the contract, Drew Brees at most has another year, maybe 2.
He's playing a lot better than I thought he would.
Yeah, but also he sat out 6 weeks.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because
that injury really helped him.
Last year,
at this time, he was looking rough.
Tired.
And that's why he got...
I honestly think that's why they lost to the Rams.
Absolutely was.
Has nothing to do with that penalty.
No. Why didn't the ball get there?
Because it was underthrown.
Right. And then why was it intercepted?
It was underthrown?
It was underthrown. He had a noodle for an arm back then. Now he's stronger.
It was like Peyton at the end of his career.
But I mean, not quite that severe.
No. Peyton was... He was on borrowed time when he was
Already.
in Denver, yeah.
But then he threw 55 touchdowns his first year, so...
Yeah, wait, you can't give a player
like
him...
5 different players in double digits.
You can't give a player like him motivation. It's to a lesser extent, it's like LeBron this year. Notice I said lesser extent.
Yeah.
Because
Peyton is close to the end. LeBron's got a few years left.
I honestly, if he keeps this level of fitness up, I think LeBron can play.
The game against
40s.
Milwaukee wasn't good, though. His last 2 games have been pretty rough.
Well, yeah, but one of the games he played without AD, so he's getting to that point, man, where he does need help. He can't.
Oh, for sure.
He can't go out there and ball like he did when he was returning Cleveland.
And if you ask him to do it, it'll be a game or 2, and then he's going to need a break.
Well, you want him to save them type of performances for June.
Right. If the game, we'll talk more about the game against Giannis because Skip obviously thought that was just
Giannis.
Did you see some of those shots he was hitting?
No, but listen. If Giannis can shoot at a 35% clip behind the line...
Do you know what he's shooting in December?
What is it?
45,
yeah, it's
bro.
over.
He's shooting better from 3 than Steph Curry's career
He's more
average.
dangerous than... Because remember when we were talking, if like Ben Simmons learned how to shoot, the 76ers are dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
If Giannis can hit from...
He could be the GOAT.
He's so much more dangerous than Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Especially because he can dunk from the free throw line standing.
He doesn't have, no kidding, he doesn't have the exact same ball handling, because Ben Simmons
doesn't need it.
I know, I'm just saying, ball handling, and I think Ben Simmons is a more natural point guard than Giannis. But Giannis is like, if Ben Simmons is an A-plus point guard, Giannis is an A. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not getting much less, and he's a better offensive player, and he's a better defender. Now, Ben Simmons is a good defender, but he's not as good as Giannis because he doesn't defend the paint as well.
Not to mention, I feel like Ben Simmons, his main plus side is that he's a point guard.
Yes.
So he's playing against people that are like 6 inches shorter than him. He's like Will Chamberlain back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, but Giannis, who do you match up with him?
Literally Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that's
and then he went off for 34. Now, granted, he hit 5 threes, and that was a big part of it.
That's kind of like LeBron with Miami, or like towards the end of his first run in Cleveland. Like, if he hit 5 threes on you, like you
lost.
You just throw your hands up, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
And Giannis he wasn't hitting like 20-foot threes. He was hitting 30, 32-foot threes. He pulled up from 35 with all the confidence in the world, bro. His jumper is ugly.
But if he hits it, I mean,
it's
still
not
Lonzo's, but Lonzo can hit too.
Yeah, they don't play him anymore.
Yeah, why?
They don't play him, bro. He plays maybe 10 minutes a night.
No way.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And
I don't think
here's the thing that bugs me.
He's a serviceable point guard to me.
Absolutely. And only on defense.
Yeah.
His defense is really good, and he can pass the ball.
He's a facilitator, yeah. Maybe it's just because of the media circus that surrounds him.
But here's the thing. Gentry, their coach, he's pushing the ball. They're running a fast-paced offense. Drew Holiday is not known to be a fast-paced point guard. Put in Lonzo.
I still, to this day, think that they really should have traded Drew Holiday for the number 3 pick and taken R.J. Barrett. I still, to this day, think that. Because you already had Lonzo. You didn't need Drew Holiday and Lonzo. If I'm running the Pelicans organization,
RJ and Zion.
Not only that, not only did they play together, you have a young team. Drew Holiday sticks out like a sore thumb on that team.
JJ Redick's on that team.
Yeah, but it's a shooter, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shooters could shoot.
And Drew Holiday.
It's the same reason why.
And you could send Drew Holiday to a contender.
It's the same reason why Kyle Korver still gets calls and deals. It's because shooting.
You know where he's at?
No.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know what he's doing for Giannis? The same shit he did with LeBron. Taught him how to fucking shoot.
So Kyle Korver's definitely going to be a coach when he retires.
Absolutely. They're going to call him the shot doctor.
Whoa.
He fixed LeBron's shot.
That is a dope nickname.
Yeah.
Hey, call the shot doctor in here real quick. He's like, all right, one or two things is going to come through that door. A guy with a big needle or a guy that can hit shots. I hope it's the guy that can hit shots.
I hope it's the jump shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Anywho'ser.
So remember on Thanksgiving I talked about how Josh Allen stood stone cold still in the pocket?
Oh, you mean when he's frozen in place?
Bro, he did it again. I think he's got a problem.
I don't think he does.
Last week, no, it's a problem.
I think he locks in and just...
That's bad.
No, but he locks in. Does he complete the pass?
Yeah.
Then what's it matter?
Bro, it's
maybe his controller keeps dying. Maybe his batteries go down and then come back up.
You can't stand statue still in the pocket.
So I know you don't like Xbox.
Because the batteries can fall out the back?
No, so there's this weird thing. I don't know if it's just because I don't have the Xbox One X because I'm not stupid. Why would I do that? But so with the Xbox One, randomly the controller just disconnects. And it does the so you have to sync it.
Yeah.
So randomly sometimes it literally just disconnects. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Break my controller.
It's dumb. It's really dumb. But luckily they've put in a feature where the game pauses. But that doesn't help you if you're playing online.
But also,
anyway, I think that's just what keeps happening.
He just disconnects.
His controller disconnects because he's a robot, and then it just comes back.
It's so strange.
It literally looks like the game.
It looks
keeps
like
going, and he just
he's on pause, bro. It's
maybe
really weird.
Maybe he's got narcolepsy, and then he just
I fell asleep. Oh no.
But it's really fast. So he just comes back.
Okay, so the Pro Bowl votes came out. Pro Bowlers came out. Let's talk about the Pro Bowl. Though.
Yeah, you want to talk about we would talk about who made it or who didn't make it.
We're going to talk about one position and two players.
You don't want to talk about the fact the Ravens had 12?
Absolutely, they had 12.
That's gross.
Who wouldn't
I'm
have
not arguing. That's just disgusting.
Let's talk
I'm
about...
a little upset that Terrell Suggs isn't going back to Baltimore.
Who?
Terrell Suggs.
Why you say it
I don't know. I was going to say Terrell. There was a lot of words that were
okay, so do you remember when he said, I'm only going to play for Baltimore?
And then the Chiefs picked him up?
And then he was like, hold on, Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, all right.
I don't think he didn't think in his mind he was going to garner that much
right.
One.
He thought but they need a pass rusher.
San Francisco was going to get him.
He wasn't going to go to San Francisco.
I know, but I was so excited. Just because D Ford hasn't done shit as far as I know this year. It's literally been Bosa.
Doesn't Mo have him in Madden?
D Ford?
Does he?
No.
Anyway, hey,
you want to talk about Madden?
No.
We got to play today.
I know.
He doesn't like playing me in Madden. Why don't you like playing me in Madden?
It makes me angry because I lose every time. I haven't beaten you since Madden 17.
I am definitely not beating Mo.
Nobody's beating Mo. He's cheating.
Did you hear him talk about the glitch he's got? I don't really understand it. So Julio,
yeah,
his first two contracts that he has, like first 2 years, are for $500,000, and then the one after that's like $30 million.
It's not a glitch though. That's the way they paid him in real life.
Is it?
Because they gave him $66 million guaranteed, but that might be this patch. The game we're on might not be that patch. I don't know.
Yeah, because he's 50 or 500,000, and like 30
million.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's ridiculous.
So he's definitely going to trade him after that, but I don't know who's taking him.
So he's got him for 2 years. I'll take him. YOLO. Anyway, no, I'll have to trade Marquise Brown.
Give him Earl Thomas.
Let's talk about the Pro Bowl.
Let's talk
NFC
about
quarterback.
That. Oh, you want to talk about how
Dak
everyone's
versus Aaron
crying
Rodgers.
that Dak Prescott didn't make it?
But how do you? I don't, before I go into the reasons and the knowledge and the numbers, do you think Dak Prescott's okay? Wow, that was aggressive. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is?
I'm not gonna vote for a guy named Dakota.
Rain
Dakota Johnson.
Prescott.
He's got 4 names. It's not his fault.
So, when I first heard that it was Aaron Rodgers and not Dak, I was like, what? And then I went and looked at it, and I heard some talking, and I was like, oh, Dak's not good. I forgot.
Bro,
I was tricked.
The only reason he has so many yards is because they're constantly playing behind.
Right. So here, let's go.
Of course,
you
lead the league in yards when you got to heave it.
So against winning teams, they're 1-5.
Yep.
He has 9 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Yep, that's about a 50-50 ratio.
That's against teams with winning records. Then, if you go by, he's been down by more than 2 scores in 4 games this year. They've lost all of those.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is 24-2. 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
He does not throw picks. That's a ratio of 12-1.
So, if you ask Skip Bayless who's the MVP of the Packers, he'll say, well, Aaron Jones is the best Packer. The Packers have the 17th ranked rush offense.
So they're average. Literally average.
Yeah. Where do you think Zeke is?
Top 5?
Yeah, he's 4 now. Number 5 is Lamar Jackson, but we don't talk about that. Anyway.
Ew.
Yeah. He also, Mr. Dak.
Mr. Rain.
Oh, Dak is 7-7, and the Packers are 11-3.
It doesn't make your stomach hurt that the Packers are going to squeak in the playoffs just because how god awful that division is.
Squeak in.
7-7. You're so best record they can have
you
is
said
9-7.
The Packers, you dummy.
I didn't mean the Packers. I meant the Cowboys. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, that division's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, the NFC North. That's one of the best divisions in football.
Do you remember when I said the Eagles were going to go to and play in the Super Bowl?
I said the Bears were going to make it.
That's your fault.
I
said that when you said
I
it.
kind of think it might be me. No. You guys keep trotting Mitchell out there.
Speaking of good old Mitch
the bitch.
Dak Prescott has more interceptions this year than Mitch. Also, one more thing. Dak is 4th in QBR. He's 7-7. Aaron Rodgers is 11th.
That's why I don't like QBR.
QBR is bullshit. I just read you all the touchdowns and interceptions. Aaron Rodgers has 24 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
That's literally a 12-1 ratio.
But apparently they're not graded well or something, and that's why his QBR is low.
The dude throws 12 touchdowns to 1 interception.
According to QBR, it is stated that it's a number that the quarterback's overall effectiveness on winning the game, or how they impact winning. Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn the ball over, throws touchdowns, and he's 11th. And Dak Prescott, with all of his interceptions, is somehow ranked way high.
That's because QBR is bullshit.
Also, the top 6 players in QBR, 4 made it. Dak Prescott's 4 and didn't make it, and Matt Stafford's 5, but he has a broken back.
See, that's why
QBR is dumb.
The people bitch about the passer rating.
Yeah.
Like the one, I know the best you can get is 158.3. That makes more sense to me than...
I think it's because we play Madden.
But that makes more sense to me than QBR because you can't... Oh, that touchdown meant more than this touchdown, and that interception didn't mean as much as this interception.
But, if you throw an interception in the first quarter, it's not as bad as if you throw an interception late. What?
Interception is an interception.
Right, you gave the other team the ball. That's bad.
Granted, like a tip pass interception in the first quarter doesn't mean as much as like a game clinching interception in the fourth. I think that's what they're saying.
Sure,
but an interception is still an interception to me.
If you threw a better ball, it would have been caught and have been a touch, or it would have been a completion.
Or the best you can hope for is an
incomplete. Right? Like that's ignorant. But anyway, let's talk about some fantasy stuff real quick. So my mom sent me this picture. Let me see if I can find it here.
Speaking of your mom, why'd she try to call me out because we lost to the Falcons?
That was funny.
What, did you tell your mom what I said in retort?
No.
I told her I'll tell her how I feel about losing to Atlanta from the playoffs.
So my mom sent me this picture. Let me see if I can find it here.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. All right. So she sent me this picture. Team MJ versus Team KD. I don't know why it's Team KD. It should be Team LeBron, but
because the consensus is if KD's in the NBA right now, he's the best player.
But it's mixed teams. Anyway.
I argue.
You don't. Anyway, Team MJ starters. Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Jordan.
Okay.
Larry Bird.
Okay.
Kareem and Shaq.
You got Kareem at the 4?
Yeah.
All right.
Bench. Curry. Kobe. Giannis. KG. And Dwight. Starters for Team LeBron, D-Wade, KD, Hakeem, and Wilt. Disgusting. Substitutions
No.
are AI,
Nope.
T-Mac, Kawhi, Dirk, and DeMarcus Cousins.
I don't really like that Wilt is on there at all.
I don't either, but he is.
You see, Dwight Howard's on there? On the other team, right?
On the other team. On the bench.
He should be starting on the other team.
Instead of Wilt.
Prime Dwight Howard.
All of them are in a prime.
Before he started doing weird
Best
things
of
on the
seven.
bench, and you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I do. Best of 7 series.
Oh, Michael Jordan. You have the Mamba coming off the bench.
And Steph? I don't think... The only reason it's close...
I just... Whoever made these is stupid. What are you going for?
I don't know. They just picked a bunch of random players.
What are you, playing a 2K game and you made 2 teams? And you're like, I hope these make it to the finals.
Also, can we talk about this picture? Why does that dude look like he's 4 times the size of Michael Jordan?
I don't know, but he's about to get dunked on. That's all I know.
Anyway.
All that height and you're about to get dunked on. Speaking of being dunked on.
Ja
Morant tried to kill Kevin Love.
Dog, it was so close. If that ball goes in...
So I watched a clip of dunks.
I sent it to
yeah,
you.
You're right. I forgot. We
do it all the time.
We send so much shit back and
I know,
forth.
But...
Of dunks that could have been.
Yeah.
I forgot about the 360 from DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, in the Olympics. Disgusting. And LeBron tried to kill Draymond.
So he was a flat out bitch on that dunk. Why did he go down grabbing himself?
When he landed, he hurt his hand.
That's not what he was grabbing.
Yes,
he was.
it was.
You know, he was grabbing his leg. Watch it again. I
He
literally
was grabbing his left hand.
No, he was grabbing his leg.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was doing this.
No,
He was rolling on the ground,
doing this.
holding his leg. His
So
hand.
if your hand hurts, why are you putting 265 pounds worth of weight on it?
His
He
leg
rolled
doesn't
over-
hurt, you dummy. His hand.
He rolled over on his hands. Both of his hands were underneath his body.
He was clutching.
No,
his
he's
hand.
a big baby and he wanted to shoot free throws. Why don't you just say that?
He was already going to shoot free throws. It was a foul. If he completes that dunk,
Tell me more
I
about.
think.
Oh, Draymond's dead.
Like they bury him in under. They just pick up the floorboards and put Draymond in there.
Right in the middle of the game. Good. I hate Draymond.
Be nice.
No.
I don't like Draymond either.
He's the guy that tried to get the word owners banned in the NBA.
He did. Yeah. He did.
Because it's slave mentality. But tell you what. How many slaves did we hear about that got paid millions of dollars to play a game? I'm going to tell you what the number is.
It's zero.
Fucking zero.
It is zero.
Slaves didn't get paid at all, boss.
No.
And they should fucking get.
But they did get fed lobster.
Yeah, because that used to be considered a peasant food.
Yes.
Slaves and inmates got paid lobster.
Do you think they appreciated it?
I don't know. If you think it's the bottom rung food, now they get paid fed in gruel.
Anywho, so let's go to our favorite segment that we always, once a week we come to.
Skippered.
Bullshit.
Hold on,
Skip Bayless
did we
says.
talk about our favorite Christmas games real quick?
No, but we can.
I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. Go ahead, tell the people. Heads
There's
up, it's a LeBron game, both of them. Go ahead.
Okay, what is it supposed to be?
Who
You
cares?
said favorite Christmas game.
I'm just
2 years
saying.
ago, or
I'm just
LeBron's
saying,
last
could you
stint-
not be a stereotype fucking LeBron fan? There's so many other great Christmas games throughout history.
That you said, but it's got to be a game I've seen. You're gonna say Bernard King from 5,000 years ago.
He scored 64 points.
Cool.
Or 60 points in 84.
All right.
I'm not going to lie to you. I saw the stat. I was literally reading on the list of them. And Wilt Chamberlain set the record. It was like 56, something like that. And it stood for 24, 23 years, something like that.
But all Bernard King could do was score. That's why he wasn't very good.
No, he wasn't good. Yeah, scoring 60 points in an NBA game, that means you suck.
I didn't say he sucked. I
Pretty,
said,
pretty much.
did he win a championship? Did he even go to the finals?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know
I
how
don't
much
think
about.
so. Yeah.
I know,
So
but it
how's
threw me
Bernard
off.
King gonna be your
It threw
favorite
me
if
off
you-
because it said King scores, and in my
You
mind,
got
I was like,
LeBron.
LeBron played in '84. I'm pretty
He's a
sure
ti-
he wasn't alive in
He's
'84.
he probably was alive. He's 34,
That's
35.
4
He's
years.
35.
It's 5 years older than me. Yeah, he was born in '84. Then, baby Bron out there just dribbling, trying not to catch his umbilical cord on it. Let me find out.
Anyway, what's your favorite then?
Probably Shaq and Kobe.
When Shaq was with Miami?
Yeah, the first.
Oh,
Shaq versus Kobe.
you picked a stereotypical
But
Kobe
I don't know.
game.
But Bernard King dropping
You
60.
did you watch it?
Yeah, I time traveled. Instant transportation.
Stupid. It's LeBron, and it was 2016.
Yep, tell him. Tell him what happened.
LeBron and Kyrie playing the Warriors. That was a great game.
Yeah, what happened? Tell the people what happened at the end of the game.
What do you want me to say?
Kyrie literally hit the same shot that he hit
No,
in the finals.
he did not.
It
You
was
didn't
the
even
same
watch.
spot.
No, it wasn't.
Same spot.
No, it wasn't.
Same spot.
You did. I watched the game, and I remember because the only reason I got to watch the game was because my wife was sick, so she was in the room sleeping,
dying probably because you weren't taking care of her because you were fangirling over LeBron.
I was sitting on the floor next to her in case she needed anything, watching the game on mute. So shut up.
How do you watch a basketball game on mute?
Why do you listen to the announcers? If you watch the game, you can see who's better with your eyes as opposed to being influenced by the announcers.
I like hearing the squeaks of the shoes. Is that weird?
No, because I get it.
You get it, right?
But
anybody that's ever played basketball in a gym gets it.
But
the squeaks.
A lot of people hate it. I enjoy it.
You know who hates it? Non-NBA fans.
Here's the other thing.
Non-basketball fans.
Look, Kyrie hit the game winner.
Yep.
Against Klay Thompson.
Yep.
On the block. Hit a spin fadeaway jumper. It was not a 3-point shot.
Where was Steph at?
Probably, and as far away from Kyrie
crying because he was like, "Good God, I'm still having nightmares."
Anyway, it was a great game, and then they went on to lose the championship that series. Anywho, that was the first year with KD, I believe.
So gross.
Bullshit. Let's get better says. Let's talk about it. So this week he started off hating on Zeke. He said Zeke isn't the same guy as he was.
Why does he always say this every time they lose?
Because this is when they'll beat the Rams. Because they'll beat the Rams this weekend. This was his first real game, even though he's 2 yards away from fourth in the NFL. I apologize. He's not fourth yet. He's fifth, but he's 2 yards from fourth for the season. He's gonna probably finish around 1,400 yards, but he hasn't had any good games.
In today's NFL, anything above like 1,200, anything above 1,000, really now is great.
And he said. Zeke isn't leading the league in rushing, so he's not as good as he once was.
Whatever.
What?
You know why he doesn't lead the league in rushing? Is because your team is constantly down because your defense is tired.
That makes me so angry. Every fucking week is, well, my team goes as Dak goes. My team goes, not Zeke. It's Dak's team. It's Dak. And finally my team figured it out this Sunday and we put it all together. Yeah, your quarterback threw 23 times.
I've been saying that shit all year, my guy.
Dak Prescott should not throw the ball more than 25 times.
Never. Not one time.
And if he does, you're in trouble.
It's because you're losing.
It's just always. And for him to come out and say that my team finally put it together, but still have the audacity to say that they have to play with Dak leading the way. No.
So there's no way that the Cowboys do anything in the playoffs, right? They're one and done in the playoffs.
I'm not even going to say that.
I am. So if they don't fire Jason Garrett and just the whole coaching staff in general, they fucked up.
Easily.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Let the new head coach come in and then see if Jimmy Johnson's taking calls.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
It's been like 30 years since he's coached.
Right?
No, but who do you bring in? Who's out there?
Nick Saban.
No, absolutely
Urban
not.
Meyer.
No.
It's going to be a college coach.
I've heard Urban Meyer linked to somebody.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
No,
because he was on Colin Cowherd's couch, and Colin said, "If Jerry Jones called and talked to you, would you listen?" He's like, "That's probably the only job I would listen to." Yeah, if they called, I would listen.
I heard he was linked to a college team, but I can't remember.
Also, Urban Meyer's an asshole, and the other college team was Notre Dame.
Was it?
Yeah, because originally
is that his dream job too? I hate that so much. There are so many coaches out there that say Notre Dame is my dream job. Shut up. Why do you want to go to a subpar team and coach a subpar record and not show up in bowl games? You know the difference between Notre Dame and Lucky Charms? Only one deserves to be in a bowl. Go ahead. Keep going with Skip Bayless.
You think that's funny? You think it's funny? You think you're fucking clever?
Yep.
So, I'm sorry. You don't watch college football, so you don't have a college football team, per se. But Notre Dame, you realize that it was a couple years ago Notre Dame was in the final, right?
What happened?
Last season?
What happened?
They lost to the champion with the best college quarterback of all time,
But what happened?
They lost.
By a lot.
Less than Alabama. Stupid.
It's because they don't deserve...
Oh.
I don't think Alabama deserved to be in the top 4, but they don't ever deserve to be in the top 5.
Neither does Alabama.
Okay? Why you act like I'm arguing?
I'm just saying. People are like, Notre Dame sucks.
So I was having a discussion. I think it was me and you. Because I always say it, Notre Dame never plays anybody. And you came back with, neither does Alabama.
Correct.
And I looked at it and I was like, God damn, he's right.
Yeah, Alabama don't play shit.
They play like 2 games a year.
The only time Alabama plays a difficult opponent, it's at home.
That's
Every
true.
time. And or if it's not at home, it's a neutral site.
How do they manage that?
Nick Saban's a genius. And if people want to play Alabama, the only time Alabama, because the way the schedule works, they will play LSU at LSU
and Auburn.
But it's because they're in the same division.
Yeah.
So those two switch. They've got a big game coming up against.
Who cares?
But their only big opponents are neutral site games. They never go on the road.
So it's always either the SEC championship game, LSU, and Auburn, pretty much.
Yeah,
and they play Georgia every now and then.
Well, and they're garbage. And their away games are all garbage.
Yeah,
bro, that's why they've been That's not the only reason, because Nick Saban is an amazing coach, but that's a big help.
But it's easy to fucking scout when you're Alabama. It's easy to get recruits when you're Alabama. I don't think anything has to do with Nick Saban. When you can walk in there and go, hey, see this? You want one of these?
So my question is,
but
why
it's not working
why
anymore.
Would you go there?
It's not working anymore.
Well, it's not working anymore because Lane Kiffin, Kirby Smart, Ed Orgeron are 3 of the best recruiters in the country, and they're all in the SEC
Who just hired Lane Kiffin?
He's in the SEC now. That's all.
Yeah, and the Ole Miss?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I think it's Ole Miss.
Give me 30 seconds. I'll tell you. Are you ready? Bop up. Do 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 do. Sing the Jeopardy theme song.
Do do do. You can't sing a song that doesn't have lyrics.
Okay, hum it then. I got it. Hold
I don't want to.
Lane Kiffin was hired by Mississippi.
Ole Miss, whatever. Same thing. Anyway.
Isn't that what you said?
Oh, I said Ole Miss. Mississippi and Ole Miss are 2 different
Mississippi
things.
was where Dak Prescott went to school.
Yeah, a lot of good that did him. Anyway.
Moving on.
I'm saying, I just don't think, it's not even that.
That's why Nick Saban is going to go to the Cowboys.
I don't think so. Nope, because they throw all the money at Nick Saban. Not when you can literally walk into anybody's house in Tuscaloosa and just do whatever you want. He could walk into your house if you live in Tuscaloosa, just full on slap your mom in the face, and all you would go is, "How's it going, Nick?"
No.
Yep.
No.
In Tuscaloosa, yeah. He's a god down there.
So, just so we're clear, the Patriots played the Bengals. Tom Brady was abysmal.
That's a good word for it.
The Patriots defense had 5 turnovers. Old Skipper says they weren't even impressive.
It was against the Bengals. So
they had 4 interceptions and a fumble. He said they weren't impressive. He said giving up 10 points in the first half, how could you let the Bengals do that to you? 10 points? 10?
That's a touchdown and a field goal, boss.
In a half.
And and with today's NFL kickers, really anything from the 35
in,
or anything from the 40 in,
depending on your kicker.
Yeah,
that's not impressive.
How long do you think it's going to be before? Actually, kind of is now, where 60 yards isn't shit anymore.
Brett Maher, the kicker for the Lions, hit a 62-yarder at half against the Eagles, and then has missed 3 extra points since then.
Well, he's got a big leg. He's not accurate.
Right. He's going to kick it far.
You just hope it's on the mark.
That's he wants to fuel Tom Brady, is why he's saying things like that. He's like, oh, Tom Brady had to save the day, and shut up.
Yeah, he wants to make Tom the savior. Thomas. Wayne.
Oh, hey, so
Brady.
So earlier this week they played the Lakers have played the Heat on Tuesday, and they played the Bucks on Thursday.
Yep. Okay.
Against the Miami, LeBron did not have a good game. He had 7 turnovers. He had 20 points. I think he had 29
That's
and 9.
That's that game he played without AD, right?
Without AD. So he had 7 turnovers in the first half. And Skip said maybe it's because he was out late partying in Miami. His favorite player is Michael Jordan, who is known to spend all night gambling and smoking cigars.
Yeah. Nights before games.
Like literally, like in the Olympics, the coach, they were up all night gambling, and that's what it started. The greatest game that we ever saw was because they were up all night gambling, and they were out all day playing golf and stuff, and the coach made him come in and play a real-ass game because he wanted him to take it serious. But LeBron was the one out partying in Miami. Shut your ass up, Skip. That's stupid.
I wish I could remember. His real name's John, right? We looked this up.
Yeah, I think it's John or Jesse?
I'm going to start calling it. Whoa. Why do you say it so aggressively?
Because it reminded me of the Geico commercial. Is it Geico or State Farm where, like, it's a movie and the guy's riding off on his horse and he hits the sign that's hanging down and the girl's like, Jesse? And I don't know. Anyway.
You can't just make stuff up.
Listen, I did make it up. So they were debating, and Skip said, now it wasn't quite straight face because I think he was bullshitting. He said Jason Witten is better than Shannon Sharp ever was. Even in jest, you can't say that.
You're literally just trying to get a rise out of Shannon, right?
Yeah, but you can't even joke. That's not even, like, you should have been hit with a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Doug, Shannon Sharp is the third greatest tight end of all time.
Probably. He's at least top 5. It depends on what you want out of your tight end.
Minimum top
so
5.
Really, you go Tony Gonzalez, Gronk.
And then maybe Antonio Gates.
No, never mind. Shannon. It's Shannon.
Kellen Winslow Sr.
You overcame a first name of Shannon.
Yeah.
And you're playing football. And your brother's name is Sterling. His mom just didn't like her kids, right?
I guess, bro. I don't know, man. Okay.
What an obstacle to overcome.
Let's jump to somebody else for once, real quick. Max Kellerman, dog.
Oh, I hate Max Kellerman.
No, I like Max Kellerman, but
I'm forever not gonna like him for what he said about Kobe Bryant.
That he wasn't clutch?
Yeah.
Or that Kawhi was more clutch than him?
Yep. You fucking idiot. No, he didn't deserve to be on the all-decade team. That's what he said.
Yeah, he said that too. Yeah.
Okay.
But did he?
Yes.
Anyway.
Barring injuries.
But it was not barring injuries, bro.
Yep.
The injuries were part of his career.
And he squeaked in on the fucking third team.
Yeah,
the third team.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway.
Tell me more about how LaMarcus Aldridge made it.
Max Kellerman said that if Kawhi was still on the Raptors would be the finals favorite. Bro, no.
What are the Raptors? What's the Raptors record?
They're good, like 19-4.
Where do they play?
Toronto?
No.
The East?
There you go.
So is the East easy or is the West easy? Which one is it?
It's all easy now.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
No, now that the talent is all spread out, it's just there's not one good conference anymore.
But I'm saying, do you think the Raptors plus Kawhi are better than Giannis, who's an improved shooter?
Yep, because they beat him last year. Keep going.
They beat him last year, but Giannis is improved.
No, doesn't matter.
He's better.
He's better until he meets the Claw. Go ahead.
The Claw was not the only one stopping him.
But it was the Claw.
I hate you.
I don't like that his nickname's the Claw.
It's a cool nickname.
No, it's not. I don't like Kawhi. Keep going.
The Lakers with LeBron and AD, this Lakers team right now will beat the shit out of Kawhi's Toronto team. Who's the other superstar in Toronto?
Kyle Lowry.
name the Toronto player who's doing anything with Anthony Davis.
Siakam.
His nickname is Spicy P. Get out of here.
It's better than Swaggy P.
No, it is not.
Yeah. Why is his name Swaggy P? His name is Nick Young.
I don't know, dog.
And where's he at right now?
He is retired.
Good.
Probably trying to find Iggy Azalea.
I was going to say, probably try to get Iggy Azalea back. All of her rap career's over.
Good. Why is her rap career over?
Because it's trash. Because T.I.'s not writing her shit anymore. Anyway, go ahead.
But we already touched on this, so this will be a quick aside and we'll move on. He said the Cowboys finally got it figured out. They finally figured out their game plan. And what was different about this game than any other games this year?
Did they run more?
Yeah, they ran like 35 times total. They had 2 backs go over 100 yards. Okay, moving on. Let's see here.
It's almost like we've been right all year.
Almost the exact way. He said Zeke didn't deserve to make the Pro Bowl.
So a top 5 running back doesn't deserve it, but let me guess, Prescott really got yipped. He got snubbed.
He got snubbed because, he's second in the league in passing yards. And his QBR just screams.
Who's he behind?
In passing yards? Mahomes?
No way.
No, he missed a lot of games.
Yeah, say no way.
Jimmy?
No. I don't
not Jimmy.
It's
not Drew Brees. It's not Lamar, because Lamar doesn't have that many yards.
Are you sure he's not number 1?
Who?
Dak.
Dak's not number 1. He's number 2.
He was number 1.
Hold on, we'll be right back. So, it's Jameis Winston.
Famous, I like to steal lobster Winston.
Crab legs, you
Same
idiot.
Fucking thing.
No,
it's a crustacean that comes from the sea. Tell me some more.
Anyway, hey, he said Zeke's best game was on Sunday, and he was still like, it was only his 10th best game of his career, so how good was it really?
Yeah, top 10 in the fucking already great career. You're right.
Why?
Piece of
I don't
shit.
understand why he hates on Zeke so much, but he just
because Zeke takes the spotlight away from his little fucking boy Dakota.
Fucking Rain, dog. Bro, he said
Rain,
he
Dakota
literally
Johnson.
Bro, I need you. So they're arguing about. Skip was like, why if it's if it's the defense's fault, why doesn't the offense keep scoring? Because if the other team scores, they kick the ball to Dak. What does Dak do with the ball? If he's that guy, he should keep scoring, right? Yep. And Skip's like, well, it's Zeke's fault they got down in all those games. Bro!
He can't do anything if you're not handing him the football.
And even if you are, it's not... The running back is a dependent position more so than the quarterback. Yes, the quarterback has to depend on his receivers to catch the ball, but if he throws a good ball, they'll probably catch it. Chances are high. Zeke, if he's getting tackled in the backfield because your offensive line didn't step up, that's not his fault.
He's not Walter Payton. That's crazy.
Or Barry Sanders. Like, come on. He's more of a straight-ahead running back.
He's more like Emmitt Smith.
Way more talented than Emmitt Smith.
Is he?
Yeah.
Have you seen him with his half shirts eating cereal?
It's a bit aggressive.
I hate him.
I hate Emmitt Smith.
My brother hates Zeke so much.
Why?
The half shirts.
They are terrible.
They are gross.
I don't get it. That crop shirt stuff.
I remember when Zeke was going to the draft.
How can you blame Zeke for being down against? But he says the quarterback is the most important position on the field. He says that religiously.
Because Skip skips over game tape. He only watches the shit he wants to watch. I can't. Could you imagine sitting next to him and watching a football game? Sit down next to Skip and watch a football game.
I would kill him.
If sitting down next to him doing anything, I'd choke him out.
No, I could sit there maybe, but the ignorance that comes out, bro. Have you talk to him? Have you heard what he does to his wife, bro?
No.
So she literally will leave during NFL games because he's so unbearable to be around. She'll be gone all day, and if the Cowboys lose, she won't even come home, bro, because he's so just.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, so both of us are married men.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck would you do that to your wife?
I would never.
Right.
I don't even watch football.
My wife doesn't even like when I play Madden how mad I get.
Right.
But I instantly let that shit go. Could you imagine being mad all fucking day?
Bro, she said literally this weekend, because they play the Eagles, she's probably just going to take a trip somewhere because she doesn't want to be at home with them to deal with it.
That's pathetic.
Bro,
Skip, you're a terrible husband.
I love football, but the reason I don't watch, like, my wife gets mad when I yell at the TV. Not yell is, I'm like, oh, he missed the play. Where she's like, they can't hear you, right? So I don't watch it. Like, I'll look up the highlights and stuff when she's not around because I know that's not as big a deal. But I would never, ever. He, like, gets mad. Like, if she comes, she brought him his dinner during a Cowboys game, and the Cowboys just scored. He's like, well, now you got to stay here. You're a good luck charm now. And so he makes her just sit in the room with him.
I take it she doesn't like football either?
She doesn't mind it, but she doesn't, like,
yeah, but why are you going to make your wife watch something that you don't want to watch?
He'd do the same thing when they're watching, like, an NBA game.
Although, I will say it's kind of like when women make men watch rom-coms.
Some of them are okay.
No, don't you do that.
I have to.
Ryan Reynolds isn't in them anymore. They suck.
That's fair. Have you seen Six Underground?
No, we talked about this in the theater yesterday.
We'll talk about that in a minute. You gotta watch it, bro. It's really good.
No, it's not.
It is.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
To death.
Yeah.
His movies are terrible.
This is not bad. Watch it. Please watch it.
Again, who did I compare him to in the theater?
I don't remember.
The Rock. Dwayne's movies are terrible.
That's not true.
Name
Jumanji
five.
Jumanji.
Name five that he no, stop. Name five that he's made this decade.
Jumanji.
He wasn't even the best part of his own movie. Go ahead. Don't.
So, go watch Six Underground, bro. It's a really fun movie. You like Deadpool, right?
I love Deadpool.
Okay, watch that movie.
Isn't that movie the one where he's underground? Buried underground?
Shut up and watch the fucking movie.
Six Underground?
Watch
Come on now.
the movie.
That's literally...
Watch.
Speaking of which, when you die...
Okay. So is that a threat?
Buried or cremated?
Buried?
You want to be worm food?
I'm dead. I don't care.
You gonna donate your organs to science?
Sure.
Good for you.
They can have them. They're not gonna be useful.
You're not using them.
I might. I'm gonna take them with me. Anyway, let's move on.
Wait, what?
Okay, so we gotta talk about something, dog. Have you heard the bullshit that Kevin Garnett said?
About this LeBron?
Week? Yeah.
I loved every second of it. Tell the people.
You tell me you don't agree with this.
Hold on.
Tell me you don't agree with him. Please tell me.
For 1 second though, can we talk about the 2020 Hall of Fame class? NBA basketball.
Kobe, KG, Tim Duncan, and
who cares after that?
There's another one.
Who cares? That is a disgusting Hall of Fame class. It's the best one in a long and that I can remember.
Chris Bosh. How is Chris Bosh and Kobe going in the same year?
First of all, it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. All you have to do is pick up a ball.
They're not going in.
Pick up the ball, retire 5 years from now, you'll make it.
Anyway.
You know what makes me mad? So Chris Bosh makes it. I guarantee this is his first year of eligibility, right?
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman took forever to get in.
To be fair, that might be Dennis Rodman's fault. Though.
Why? You're gonna take what he did off the court shit.
Why did T.O. not make it his first ballot?
I argued with that shit forever.
I'm just saying.
It's stupid.
I agree.
It's called the Football Hall of Fame, right?
Mm-hmm.
For what
you
did
he didn't
on
do anything
the field.
on the field?
What
That might have been a little assholey?
What did he do on the field?
I don't
Argue with
remember.
Donovan McNabb? I'd argue with Donovan McNabb. His name is Donovan.
What's wrong with Donovan? It's better than Jimmy
It's better than... First of all,
and
it's
Rain.
not as bad as Mitchell.
Fair.
Mitchell
Anyway.
is such an... Mitch is such an ugly name.
Ugly.
Is it because it rhymes with bitch?
Yeah. So KG
Here we
said
go.
a lot of things.
I'm ready.
But he said the Celtics ran LeBron out of Cleveland.
100% right.
No bullshit.
Yep, it is. He cried, took his jersey off, ran away. What series did he take his jersey off and throw it off?
It was after the Celtics series.
Do you? Why was he so frustrated?
You think it was basketball? Do you know what the fuck was going on in his locker room, Doug?
Was it because Delonte West
was fucking his mom? Yeah.
I don't believe that.
When was the last time you heard Delonte West's name?
Recently.
Because I just said it?
No. Remember? He's homeless.
Oh, that's... I wonder why. Because he fucked LeBron James' mom. And he found out about it in Game 3 of that series.
Is that what we're using as an excuse? It's not that he had a shit team.
His team was terrible, and he ran up against
the Big Four in Boston.
Yeah, and that was part of his frustration. But he won 2 games that series,
that's
right?
That's one thing I don't like about Boston, about that era. People act like it was just Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett.
At first. Rajon came on later.
Rajon was a part of the whole thing.
He was not the championship.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was. Look it up. Anyway, keep going.
Kevin Garnett.
Here we go.
Said LeBron got run out of Cleveland.
Yep.
So I got a question.
Yep.
Did Kevin Garnett lose his will when he was in Minnesota? When he got his ass beat by Tim Duncan and Shaq and Kobe and Nash? Did he quit then?
Yeah.
No, the fuck but he would never say that, right? No, because that's not what happened. LeBron James lost that series, yes, but he was dealing with something. So you were talking about one of your teammates, one of these people you've been with for years. You find out he is fucking your mom.
That's such a no, I don't like it at all. It's whack.
What?
I don't think that's what it was. I think he left. He was done. He was done carrying a shit Cleveland team.
But I'm saying I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying KG is saying that he's so big and bad.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I think Kevin Garnett's doing what Kevin Garnett's done his whole life.
And talk shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kevin Garnett, what happened when LeBron actually got a decent team around him? You got your asses beat.
So you're telling me...
Do you remember Game 6?
You're telling me 3 superstars in their prime went and beat up 3 old guys?
Okay. No, I'm saying... So hold on. You're acting like LeBron didn't play well that series. He averaged 25, 9, and 9.
Are you talking about when he was in Cleveland?
The first time.
I'm not saying anything bad about LeBron. I just think
you're saying you agree with KG.
I'm just doing that to make you mad.
It's working. That's bullshit.
I'm telling you why he did it.
Let's talk.
He's being controversial for controversy.
He said we broke LeBron. You understand how he got to Miami? He was trying to consolidate because he didn't want that pressure on him.
He didn't. Who was the man in Miami his first year? Because you sure as fuck wasn't him when they showed up in Dallas and he left all of his talent in Cleveland.
Oh, that's funny you say that because they were like 8 and 9 or something, or 9 and 8. They were really not great the first 20 games or so. And then D Wade was like, "Hey LeBron, it's your team." And then they won 25 straight games. Yeah, they went to the finals and he played bad.
And
shit happened.
He got fucking shut down by who?
No, he did not.
Say it.
Oh my god.
Say it into the mic. Who he got shut down by?
I'm gonna say this.
Jason Terry.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Cleveland's teammates the year he lost that game, shall we?
Why are we talking about this?
I
thought we were talking about him because running away to Miami.
Here's why. Boobie Gibson.
All right, hold on. Stop. Let's stop there for a second. That man's real name is Daniel.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad... You could go by Danny. Look, Danny Green, that's respectable,
Speaking
right?
of Danny Green, that was his rookie year with Cleveland.
Hold on. So, your name is Daniel, and your grandma calls you Booby.
And you went with Booby.
And you, as a grown man, let other grown man call you Booby?
So, Booby, Danny Green, rookie. Daniel Gibson, third year. Danny Green, rookie. J.J. Hickson, 1 year.
Yeah, there's a name, yeah.
Then you have Zydrunas Ilgauskas, who was 11 years pro.
Hold on. 1,000 already at that point.
Correct.
Looked like he beat cancer 6 times.
Cedric Jackson, a rookie. You had Darnell Jackson, a one-year player.
You can't just name people that I went to high school with.
Jameson, who played for the Wizards forever. He's an 11-year player. You had Kobe Carl. That's a one-year player.
Don't lie. So LeBron's sitting there that year. He's like, "Hey man, we got Kobe." And he's like, "What? Who did we try to get Kobe?" He's like, "Yeah, Kobe Carl." And you're like,
"Oh,
I'm leaving." That's why he left.
It's Kobe with a C.
That's why he left. Because somebody tried to convince him they got Kobe, and he's like, "All right, I'm leaving."
Jamario Moon.
I remember Jamario Moon,
who was a second-year player. He had year 17 Shaquille O'Neal.
Bro, remember when they got Shaq? People thought Cleveland was just going all the way.
I forgot Shaq was 55,000.
Hey, listen. What part of his days are behind him? Don't you get?
They were behind him in Miami.
No, he had like a resurgence when he went to Phoenix.
Yeah, for a week.
No, he played pretty decent in Phoenix because it was like a new system. He had to like step it up. I think he actually lost weight.
Yeah, he lost weight because he shaved his eyebrows.
No, it's because he had to fucking run for once. And then he went to Cleveland, and I was like, "Yeah, you're done." He only played 1 year, right?
Yeah, with Cleveland. That's year 17 Shaq. Okay, so then you got Anthony Parker. That's Tony Parker's cousin.
You can't just make stuff up.
Leon Poe.
Hey, Leon Poe wasn't a bad power forward.
Sebastian Telfair.
Hey, whoa! Don't talk about Sebastian Telfair.
Delonte West. You already know what we said about him.
He gave his mom herpes.
What is his name, dog? Number 31. What name is that? Is that Jawad?
Jawad.
Bro, and KG was playing with Hall of Famer Paul Pierce, Hall of Famer Ray Allen, and he had Doc Rivers as coach. Dog, of course. Oh, you're so big and bad.
I just, like I said, I think KG's just being controversial for controversy. What's he doing right now? What did KG do his whole career?
Talk shit.
One of the best shit talkers of all time.
But I'm saying...
So he's sitting at home... Somebody calls this man, or somebody catches him and says, "Hey, man, you want to do an interview?" Yeah. You want to do an interview? And he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm not doing anything." Bill Simmons. And he was like, "All right." And then he just, asked him. And then of course. Of course, in his head, he believes that. Because a lot of people believe that Boston is the reason that he left. And maybe it's some of the reason that he left. I think he left Cleveland because he's like, "Look, I drugged this shit team in 06. Was it 06? Or was it 08? When did he drag that shit team to the finals?
06, 07.
Yeah. Dragged them, and then he's looking around, he's like, if I do this, my career... I genuinely believe him going to Miami revitalized his career. Not that he was dwindling down, but, bro, how many more years could he have honestly played if he stayed in Cleveland the whole time?
He couldn't have played because he had to do too damn much.
That's what I'm saying. I honestly think him going to Miami saved his career.
It did. In more ways than just that.
And I don't think a lot of people are going to look at it like that. A lot of people think it's a bitch move.
Look at it like this, right? So LeBron, he came in the league at 18. He hadn't gone to college.
Right.
He didn't grow like that. So he fucked around a little bit when he was younger.
Then he
went to college. He went to Miami for 4 years. He went to college. He learned how to win. He went to a winning organization with class people like D. Wade and Pat Riley.
Let's face facts, though. LeBron was one of those rare players that didn't need to go to college.
No, I'm not saying he needed collage. I'm just saying as a maturing process.
He is the best straight out of high school player of all time, right?
Well, yes.
You can't be the second best player of all time
and not be.
The
only other comparison is Kobe.
Yeah, straight out of
KG was pretty good.
Yeah, but straight out of high school though, straight out of high school. What LeBron's first game he dropped was 25, 7 and something. Yeah, come on now.
And he looked like a grown ass man.
To be fair, it was against the Kings though.
That's true.
But they were pretty good then, right? It was 03. Yeah, they were.
Do they have Jason Williams still?
White chocolate.
White chocolate. Anyway.
He gave white guys around the world hope.
Yeah.
He's like, you mean we don't just have to sit at the 3-point line and hit threes? That's crazy.
So we talk about this all the time. I'm going to hit it again real quick, and then we'll duck out of here. He criticizes LeBron for playing a game-high 35 minutes against the Pacers. That's his career low.
Whatever.
Anyway, moving on. We'll skip that. Now, the Pacers, LeBron handled the end of the game
Hold
really
on.
bad. Yeah.
Nope, I'm not letting that go. So he does that, but then his boy Kawhi, who he hated, now loves again.
Yeah.
Sits out all the time for load management.
Yeah, and that's
because
good.
he's
That's
really
what he
good
should
at
be.
handling loads. Go ahead.
We're going to talk about load management talk. I've got a lot to say, okay? So anyway,
the
he
wackest
said,
shit
so
of
it's
all time.
December 17th, the Lakers played the Pacers. LeBron did not play well, but Indiana always plays LeBron tough. Always.
But they got Bogdanovich.
No,
pretty
he's
good.
in Utah.
No, then who they... Oh, okay. Never mind. My bad.
They got Miles Turner, who's a pretty good defender.
Yeah, but he did not pan out like I thought. How he was going to be good.
Yeah.
He is not great.
But anyway, and
He
LeBron
got hurt. Maybe that has something to do with it.
played really poorly, especially the last possession. Like, he drove into the ball like he was going to...
Well, shit, that game we went and saw him play.
That was a good game.
Man, if he'd have hit that 3, dog.
Oh, my God. Anyway, but in this game, he made a weird decision where instead of hitting the 2 to tie, he went out to hit the 3 to win, and he missed the 3. I think mostly because he wanted to go home. Like, he was tired. You know what I mean?
Ooh, God forbid he missed the fucking go-ahead bucket.
He missed the go-ahead bucket, and Skip says
Oh,
that was
yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
that was his MVP chance. He blew it right there.
No, I heard that he said that. That's that thing that you sent me that he said he didn't take the 2 or he didn't drive because he didn't want to go to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't think it matters either way.
Going to the free throw line, if you hit 2,
You still go to overtime.
You tie the game. Yeah, he's fucking tired.
I think, and that was the first game without AD. He played 2, and that was the first one. And he was like, Doc, I'm not trying to stay longer in Indiana than I have to. I'm either gonna win and go home.
I don't
lose.
even want to be here now.
Right? Anyway, moving on. So let me see. Oh yeah. So when talking about Tom Brady.
Here we go.
Little Julian Edelman. He's a 7th-round quarterback. Come on. That's the best he's got right now. But he was praising the Eagles and Carson Wentz's connection with Greg Ward Jr., who played quarterback in college.
Well, the thing I don't like about... This is why I don't... One of the many, many, many reasons I don't like Skip Bayless. He's just so... He contradicts himself all the time. Like, you literally say, all he's got is little Julian Edelman, but you also said you would take Julian Edelman over Jerry Rice and Calvin Johnson.
Over Julio Jones.
The fuck out of here. And it literally makes no sense. The shit I feel like when he goes to bed every day, his computer resets, and then he comes back and he's like, that was fucking 24 hours ago, Skip. I don't even know what that guy said.
For real. And
he says what he wants to say to fit whatever fucking narrative he's spinning that day.
Correct. But he does it honestly, and that's part of the reason why I'm starting to see through the facade is he's doing it just to be controversial.
I definitely don't think he feels that way. Hell, he even admitted in an interview with Kevin Hart that he doesn't hate LeBron. Did you ever see that?
No.
Yeah, he said, I don't hate LeBron. I like LeBron. Do ya? Because every segment I've ever seen you talk about LeBron, I would swear you would stab him in the neck with a number 2 pencil.
The only thing he says, LeBron James is the best driver of the basketball, like to the hoop, he's ever seen. He's the most durable superstar he's ever covered, and he's the best passer in the NBA. Those are the only good things he ever says about him.
NBA history.
No, he says NBA.
No, NBA. I'll say NBA history. The only thing I will give him is those fucking people out there that literally say he's the greatest of all time. That's the only time that I would honestly say that I get annoyed about people. It's like, can we? First of all, can we stop? Can we stop? Nobody's ever going to surpass Michael Jordan. You know the amount of accolades, what personal and team wise, you're going to have to do to ever even honestly have a shot at touching Michael Jordan's legacy.
I am the biggest LeBron stan there is. Okay, that's my guy.
Yeah, I get it. Kobe's my guy.
He is not, I will repeat again, he is not the greatest of all time. The only thing I'll say is you can have a realistic discussion about it. You will lose.
I honestly
will lose because Michael Jordan's the best. But you can have a discussion and not sound foolish, to me.
Statistically,
sure.
He's got Michael Jordan. However,
but
think about it like this. If Jordan doesn't play 4 years in college,
Right.
Or 3 years, however many years he played. Jordan doesn't retire the first time. You can have all these fucking arguments.
But I'm not, again, Jordan's the greatest. I'm not, I will only argue the other side just for debate's sake.
Just for debate's sake.
But.
No, but there are people that genuinely out there believe that LeBron's better. And do I honestly think there are certain ways you could argue it? Like LeBron.
You could phrase it.
More athletic, but without Michael Jordan changing the entire aspect
of athleticism.
Of basketball. Yeah. Before him, nobody worked out.
Right? He worked out. Why did he work out, though?
He needed to get bigger.
Why? Because the Pistons kept beating his ass?
Beating his ass, yeah. Yep.
Did they break Michael Jordan? Or no?
Nobody broke Michael Jordan.
I'm just saying maybe KG should shut his fucking mouth.
You can't break the GOAT. Anyway, I'm just saying, I think that's why he has so much animosity towards LeBron. He's literally how I feel about Notre Dame. The fans. It's not the team itself.
Like Stephen A. with the Cowboys fans.
Yeah. It's not the damn team. It's these stupid fans that come out here and think you win one fucking game and you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Which, by the way, why is that the epitome of human success?
Which is?
Sliced bread. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Why do we say that? As if like
let me ask you a question. When was the last time you didn't use sliced bread?
I don't eat bread a lot.
Me either. But it's pretty awesome. You can toast
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, buns definitely count. It's bread in a slice, you dummy.
But I'm saying, when I think of sliced bread, I think of
I know, but nobody said loaf bread.
A loaf?
Can we talk about how, sliced bread was, 100 years ago?
Bro.
That's not that
literally,
long ago.
Betty White is literally as old as sliced bread.
Literally. That's so weird to me. You think, sliced bread has been around forever, because it's new.
Nope.
People were stupid, apparently.
No, they were just cutting it fucking by hand all the time.
Or ripping it in chunks.
That sounds aggressive. How angry? I bet people weren't as angry back then.
I bet they were angry.
Taking their frustration out on the bread, dog.
No.
Pounding it?
They bathed in the rivers once a week, bro.
No, you want to hear something gross? They used to take turns with the bathwater.
Yeah.
And the youngest had to get in last.
Yeah.
So he's sitting in
all of
Grandpa and Dad and Mom and 3 older brothers before he gets the cold, dirty bathwater.
Anyway.
Poor guy.
Listen. So Doc Rivers opened his fucking mouth this week.
Oh, gosh. All right, here we go.
So Doc Rivers.
Oh, is it about load management?
Yeah, so here's what happened. So LeBron, the day before, somebody asked him, so how do you feel about load management? He was like, look.
Wow, this is the 4th time someone's asked him.
Because it's good. He's in LA with the load management deck over there. So they were like, so how do you feel about load management? He was like, look, if I can play, I can play. He didn't reference Michael Jordan, but it's a Michael Jordan quote. He said,
I'm
I don't
paid
know,
to play
right.
82.
No, he said, if I don't know if there's a little kid who's never seen me play before who's going to the game. If I'm healthy, I'm going to play and I'm going to do what I can because I want them to give them a good performance.
That might be your own, look, literally, when we saw
the only time. And that's what Michael Jordan said. And Skip apparently is mad that LeBron, how dare he invoke the great Michael Jordan. Yeah, it's a good-ass quote.
It's a good-ass quote.
And everybody should feel that way.
Yeah, every NBA player should feel that way.
And so he said that, right? He's like, if LeBron's healthy, LeBron's going to play. The next day, they asked Doc, did you hear what LeBron said? He's like, yeah, I guess that's LeBron's policy, but that's not how we do it over here. And I know he's got a little more pull over there, so we'll see. Doc Rivers made it seem like LeBron runs the Lakers.
He does.
Sure, okay, fine, yeah. That's hypocritical coming from the guy who lets Kawhi Leonard on his team. Because when Kawhi got to the interview with the Clippers,
can we talk?
He said,
please talk about this.
I'm only going to play 66 games. They said, cool. He said, I will only come here if Paul George is here. What'd they do?
Got Paul George.
He said, I'm not playing back-to-backs. What does he do?
Not play back-to-backs.
Cool. And he doesn't play all of the minutes in every game because he said, I'm only going to play a certain amount of minutes, right?
Yep.
And why is Paul George off double shoulder surgery, played every game since his return, and Kawhi has already missed 3 Paul George starts? And you're going to make it seem like, it's a big deal because LeBron runs the Lakers? Shut the fuck up, Doc. You're being led around by Kawhi Leonard's uncle.
My problem with that is, you're being a hypocrite.
I got to be quiet. Anyway.
Yeah, you got a little aggressive there.
My fault. Oh, maybe I'm not being aggressive. Anyway, the point being that Doc Rivers needs to keep his mouth shut.
Yo, yeah, I agree.
He was so fucking snotty. Well, I guess that's LeBron's policy, but we'll handle things our way over here. No, you'll handle them the way Kawhi tells you to. And Skip was like, "Oh, LeBron has way more pull than any other superstar in the NBA."
Good.
No, the fuck he does. First of all, yes, good because it's worked out. But no, he doesn't because Kawhi Leonard literally,
when he got back to Cleveland, didn't he turn that whole franchise around by doing things his way? And I'm doing air quotes with that. I know you guys can't see it.
In a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they went from top in the top picks in the draft.
The year before LeBron got there, they picked 1 and 4.
And so you're gonna compare that guy who then turned them around to 4 straight finals.
Literally, if you compare, so the LeBron's last year with Cleveland, they were 66 and whatever equals 82.
12.
The next season, Cleveland won 15 games. There has never been a greater drop-off in NBA history.
Right.
And he's done that every place he goes. Every place. Both places, right? When he played in Cleveland and left, they were the biggest drop-off in NBA history. When he played in Miami and left, they were the second biggest drop-off in NBA history. Until this year, the last time he left Cleveland. That was the second biggest. LeBron James wins and brings winning wherever he goes. Kawhi Leonard so far, he won a title because of the luckiest shot in NBA history. The Greek Freak can't shoot yet, and everybody on the Lakers got hurt, and they almost put Steve Kerr in the game.
I honestly think it's because LeBron wasn't in the East anymore.
That too.
You mean a dude that's been in the East for 15 years isn't in there anymore, and coincidentally the Raptors go to the
After
NBA Finals?
he swept them 3 consecutive years.
Remember how many times, bro, going into the playoffs, everyone was like, "Oh, Toronto could be Toronto's year," and then they meet up with Cleveland. You're like, "Ah, shit."
Bro, the floater 1 foot off the glass bank shot.
Oh, you mean one of the most disrespectful playoff shots of all time?
He was just. I was watching that in Texas. Fun fact. Not that any of you care about that. And Skip agrees with Doc. He's like, "Well, yeah, Doc's 100% right." What did he say? He said, I guess basically it's the same thing I just repeated, but that is absolutely ridiculous, Mr. Dr. Rivers. Why is he called Doc, by the way? What's his real name?
I don't know. When he played, he was going by Doc, too.
That's
why your son sucks.
Whoa.
Go after the lineage.
Awesome.
However, I want to talk about something.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas, not the good one, got tossed in Philly for going into the stands to try to confront a fan.
No way. I have to see that.
What Bleacher Report just said.
That's crazy.
Idiot. Anyway,
because you're small, dog.
Can we get all this unimportant shit out of the way? Can we talk about what I came here to talk about?
One more thing, and then we'll talk about it. He said the Greek Freak isn't a good nickname. That's a great nickname.
First of all, it rhymes, so
it rhymes. It rolls off the tongue, and also
he's from Greece.
He's from Greece, and he's a freak. He was like, "Well, yeah, you're a freak, but are you good at basketball?" Fucking yeah.
So you don't watch Milwaukee play. So I saw something that it was a picture of Giannis's first time he was in 2K versus now. And it's like, if this isn't a good example of glow up, I don't know what is. Because it was like when he first was in the NBA, he was like 68, and now he's 99.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, of course.
Also, can we talk about how he...
When's the last time you played Milwaukee in 2K?
If I ever... Okay, so last year, but whenever I play somebody in 2K, whenever, doesn't matter who, I pick the Bucks.
Yeah, because Giannis is broken.
No. Giannis is LeBron is broken in 2K. You ever played against somebody who's good with LeBron?
Yeah, but it's the same thing as like if somebody... Well, you know what? Never mind. I was going to say Michael Jordan, but anybody
can do that. But... So I picked, and obviously I wouldn't pick him now because I wouldn't pick a team with a 99 overall. That's just no fun to me. Like if we're gonna play,
says the guy who always plays as LeBron.
I do not always.
Always, every time we've ever played.
The one time we've ever played.
That's right. You smacked the shit out of it. And no, we've played a few times head to head. I am not great at 2K.
2K I'm decent at, but the only time I pick LeBron is like I have a friend who I play with, Tony. Shout outs to you. He'll pick the 76ers, and the closest comp to that 76ers team is the Cleveland team with LeBron. They both only have one good player. But most of the time, like I'll go out of my way to not pick LeBron just because I'm better with that. I'm comfortable with that.
It's hard to have your favorite player on the team because then you know what breaks my heart I was never good with Kobe in that game ever, not one time.
That is sad.
That's sad as shit.
Rough. All right. Anyway, let's conclude that the Greek Freak is a great nickname.
It's a great nickname.
Yeah, you're a freak, but what does that even mean? It means he's a freak. He is 6'11".
I don't know.
With a handle and a jump shot.
I don't know. What kind of name is fucking Skip?
Why you go by Skip? Why are you so mean to your wife?
Be a better husband.
Please.
Actually, you know what? Be a better man.
Amen. So, okay. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker came out.
First of all, can we please just talk about how sad it is that we're probably not getting another movie for a long time?
A long time. And definitely not one like that. Because that's the end of the Skywalker saga. That's
Supposedly.
That's the end of the 9 movies. That's wrap up.
That's not the way I took the end of it, but okay.
I agree, but they said that's the end of the Skywalker saga.
I get except by technicality, sure.
By technicality,
sure.
But anyway, we are going to do our best to avoid spoilers.
If we do, it's not intentional, and here's your warning.
I'm going to say this right now. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it.
And come back and listen to
the rest enjoy the movie. Don't read.
If any of you listen to critics' reviews before you go see movies, stop that now.
Don't
go watch a movie.
Do your best to enjoy it for Star Wars, if nothing else.
I will say one thing. I think the best thing that me and you did was watch the first trailer, and that's it.
I will do that now from now on. That made it so much better.
I actually for a couple years, what I was doing was I was avoiding trailers altogether.
That's tough.
No, then I would was it Infinity War? Mm. The first time I saw the trailer for Infinity War was in theaters.
That'd be pretty cool.
And I was like, huh.
So I will watch the first, not the teaser before the trailer. Yeah, that's like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I'll watch the first official trailer, and then I won't watch anymore for now.
That's the first one that I watched with. I do owe you an apology, and you know what for? For who?
Is it a spoiler?
No, for who? Whoa, no. Palpatine.
Oh, coming back, yeah.
I did tell you, I didn't think he was in there.
Yeah, I told you from jump.
Oh, I apologize.
I appreciate that.
I genuinely thought it was a misdirect. Or it was
So, this is your spoiler warning. Again, we're going to try to talk lightly around it, but we're going to pause for a couple seconds. If you haven't seen the movie, leave. But again, I'm going to try not to spoil anything big, okay? Alright, anyway. So, what you're saying about Palpatine is, I understand the misdirect thought, but the problem is J.J. Abrams is so into the lore and stuff of Star Wars that I think he was just trying to bring the people who had been alienated back.
Fuck that. Let's talk about this. He's the GOAT, right? Fuck James Cameron. Fuck Steven Spielberg. Fuck them all. He literally took the train wreck that was The Last Jedi
and turned it into something
fixed
great.
It.
Yeah.
And shit out just a golden...
My praise is not as high, and I didn't think it would be like this. I thought it would be the other way around. My praise is not as high as yours. Fantastic. I really, truly enjoyed the entire movie. I wouldn't
change anything about it.
The Star Wars generally starts after the crawl. You're into something. I felt like...
No! Come back. Stay with this thought.
Yeah.
What did we say we were going to talk about before we talked about anything?
Oh, the guy.
No, not the guy. Oh. The people.
Okay, so, listen.
Because I know we talked about this before, because I think you said there was a movie that was ruined for you.
It was the Avengers.
Endgame, right?
Endgame. The audience.
We literally had to sit through like 10 to 12 rounds of applause during this movie.
During the fucking movie, not after.
And they clapped at the end.
I'm
not going to lie, I gave it a little small golf clap.
And I got mad, because we were bitching the entire movie. Now, granted, they were clapping at shit.
I was doing it to be a sarcastic asshole.
Right. But they were clapped for everything. Listen, I love Star Wars as much as the next guy. Stop clapping in the movies. For 2 reasons. One, they can't fucking hear you. Now, I know, you are a hypocrite, Zach. You just said you yell at the TV. Yeah, I do. And I know it's wrong.
Okay, but you're in your house. You're not in a theater full of people.
Yeah.
They clap when Lando shows up. That's not a spoiler. You know that from the trailers.
If you saw the trailers, yeah. I didn't know he was... I mean, I had a thought, but I didn't know.
He had to. He was the only one that hadn't shown up.
Yeah, that's true.
You had to show up. They clap then. They clap like shit. So there were some things that people clapped about.
I get
that there were more understanding than others.
Right, for sure.
And then there were other times I was like, why?
Why this?
And then I hated people were laughing at shit that wasn't funny.
Yeah, all the time.
Like some of the shit that
the audience
that C-3PO said.
Yeah.
That people were laughing about. I was like, what are you laughing about?
The little alien guy who fixed C-3PO, I kind of loved him.
Oh yeah, I want one. Him and a baby Yoda.
That dude was fucking great. He was like, ah! He was cute. He was, and then he was on the ship at the end.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Anyway, let's dial back. The audience was terrible. And I'm only gonna say this once. Okay? Audience members. All of you listening.
Stop fucking clapping.
No, stop, for real. Because here's the thing. You are the same as the people who clap on airplanes when it lands and they stand up right away. The only reason clapping after an airplane lands is more acceptable is because at least you're fucking alive. You just did something that should be impossible. You got in a metal tube, flew however far, and you made it safely. If you want to clap because you're alive, cool, fine. Do not clap at the end of the movie. Don't clap during the movie. Stop it.
And I promise you, it was the same person that started it every time.
Every time.
Because it was behind us to the right.
Yep, every time.
Every time.
And listen, stop it. If you want, at the end, I'll still be angry, but I won't be as angry.
I kind of felt bad for the lady that sat down here because she could hear me. I mean, obviously, I wasn't being quiet. I'm a very audible person, and the angrier I get, the harder I have a time shutting up. And shout out to my wife for dealing with me for almost 10 years because
Can confirm.
I'm getting worse the older I get. I'm definitely gonna be the get off my lawn guy. I am for sure gonna be the get off my lawn guy. Anyway, let's take that's the last negative thing I'll say about this movie.
I can't say that.
I'm not saying it's a perfect movie.
No.
But I will say there's only one thing I would have changed, and we talked about it in the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ruin it.
We'll wait.
So we give people a week, and then we just
2 weeks.
Then we're just going to vomit all over and say I'll talk about this full on.
2 weeks. Okay, that's all they get.
Yeah, because Christmas is coming up. Yeah. A lot of people.
You get 2 weeks, and then we'll talk about spoilers. More heavily spoilers, I guess. We're trying, like I said, to avoid it.
Everything that I think we're talking about was in the trailers.
I was the end of the scroll, and it was like Kylo's raging across the galaxy. I kind of like that. I like the way that felt.
I like the beginning of it. The whole.
Listen, here's the thing. Remember how we were bitching about who are the Knights of Ren since they showed it to us in the first one, and then they didn't do dick with it.
I don't understand why they didn't do anything with it.
Why were they in the movie? They were in episode 9.
I think it's literally because JJ heard people bitching.
He tried to squeeze in a lot of, they bitched about this, okay, I'll fix it. Oh, they bitched, and I think that's why it was a little convoluted.
I feel like he spent half the movie trying to fix what Rian Johnson did.
Yes.
And the other half telling his own narrative.
Yes.
I think...
You know how he could have avoided this?
If he would have done all 3?
Yep.
Why didn't he do 8?
He didn't want to do any... He
wanted to do 7?
He wanted to do 7, build this universe, and he was the executive producer for the other ones, but not the main director. He was like, I'll be a consultant... I'll write this one, we'll do this one, but then I don't want to do anymore. And then
he sat down, watched 8, cried, almost killed himself, and then was like, Disney, listen.
No, Disney can't. They were like, please,
yeah.
Please.
We talked about this on the way home. We were like, so Disney literally handed him a check with the Mickey Mouse already signed already. They're like, please fill this out, and it'll be good tomorrow. And he was like, huh,
and
all right.
They fired the director for 9 during the filming of 8. They were like, oh, no.
And not only that, but I heard... So Rian Johnson was supposed to get his own trilogy.
Yeah.
And they scrapped that immediately.
Because it was... 8 was a bad... I understand the thought, and we've talked about it at length.
So, yeah, again, and I'll shorten it down a lot. 7 was too much like the other ones. 8 was way too far the other way.
You got left and right. And this was almost...
This was perfect in the middle.
It was very good in the middle.
It brought back everything full circle, which... That was the only... I was like, how in the fuck...
They did a good job.
Are they going to do that? And then they did a perfect job.
They did a very good job.
So, I'm a crybaby. We all know that.
Yeah, you...
I didn't cry.
Boy, did I get close. Man! I felt it in my chest. I was like, why are they doing this? But the
I had to grab you.
The reason I didn't was because... It was the same reason I didn't cry when Peter Parker was like, Tony, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Because they were doing it just to make you sad. I fucking get it, Marvel, stop it.
It wasn't but it wasn't what happened. It was someone's response in the movie to what happened.
It was that tough.
Here's the problem with that. This character in these 3 movies has lost 3 people: Han, Luke.
Yeah, he lost
them
all.
Although that's not a spoiler. You knew Leia had to die. Obviously.
Can we talk like my low key? So the whole in 7 and in mostly you see it in 8, right? Remember how they can talk through their minds? That whole thing kind of was weird to me. Boy, did it fucking pay off.
And it made sense.
It made sense. And
Wait,
it was,
so did they do it they did it in 7? Did they do it in 7?
No, not in 7.
So they did it in 8.
Yeah, only 8.
So, again, this shows J.J. Abrams' brilliance. And I am forever going to be a J.J. Abrams fan. He took that, spun it, and made it so much more.
Not only did he make it more, it was so cool. The fucking switch at the end?
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
I like that you said that, but you didn't spoil anything.
Yeah, that was so cool. And the...
She goes... That was so dope. Oh man,
I can't wait. In a couple weeks, I'll try to make a note. We got to talk about this at length, and I'm going to see it again before then.
I'm trying not to overhype anybody, but I honestly don't think you can overhype this movie.
But there are people out there shitting all over it, bro.
See, but I told you before I got here. I texted you during the day because I was reading through. Because now I've seen it, I'm not afraid to click on articles and all that shit. Mainly, I'm looking through. And you see all these negative comments, but most of the time, these people get lambasted by everyone else.
To be fair, I'm hearing the opposite. I'm only hearing people not like it.
I've heard...
Excuse me. The only place I've heard people enjoy it was Facebook.
Yeah.
And the people I saw, she liked all 3 of the movies, and that's just bad taste.
I liked 8 just because it was a Star Wars movie.
Sure, I mean, I was hyped for Star Wars, but I won't watch it again,
It's definitely
I'm doing my watch through right now.
It's definitely up there with the worst ones ever made. It's up there with The Phantom Menace. It is.
The Phantom Menace is great for nostalgia, TBH. I said TBH, like, what?
Come on.
To be honest.
Come on. That lightsaber battle at the end with
makes
Darth
the whole
Maul,
movie.
Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan, it's the best.
Bro. Qui-Gon?
Yeah. Here's my thing. I'm mad that they killed off Qui-Gon. He could have... Come on. But, to be fair... It lends a little more credence to Anakin going bad because you have Obi-Wan who's new to training Padawans.
And didn't want to.
Yeah, and he only did it as a favor to his master. But he didn't want to train Anakin.
But in the canon story and in the canon comic books, they are brothers. And the Clone Wars, which as if you've only seen the movies, happens in one movie. Well, 2 because 2 and 3, but. The Clone Wars is literally wars over galaxies and over a long, long period of time. And Anakin and Obi-Wan were together for a lot of that. And so they really grew close. Like, he initially did it as, I'll train this kid because my master wanted me to.
So who do you blame for the abysmal performance of Anakin? Do you blame the actor in 2? I don't blame the little kid. Little kids, to me, always kind of get a lot of...
So...
grown-ups, you've had a lot of time to develop your craft, whereas little kids...
Let me...
That kid got death threats.
Yeah, the kid didn't do anything wrong. The kid did as good as a kid can be expected to do, in my opinion.
With a huge, monumental...
Oh, by the way, you're Anakin Skywalker.
By the way, you're going to turn into one of the most recognizable character in all
easily. And in
literature.
In fiction, one of the most feared characters. Darth Vader's a badass. And in the comics and in the books, he's even more badass.
Yeah.
Like, Darth Vader does some cool shit. But for Hayden Christensen, okay? Because that's who we're really talking about.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Here we go.
You read the Twilight books.
Unfortunately.
Tell me that Kristen Stewart didn't play Bella Swan perfectly.
Oh, she did for sure.
And how much hate did she get for that?
Yeah.
She played the character as it was meant to be played.
But those books are terrible.
I know. But I'm saying...
I don't... See,
I think the writing is bad for Anakin.
Oh, I'm not solely saying it's Hayden Christensen.
But I think
why does he just comes off as a whiny emo teenager?
But he is, though.
Yeah, I understand that, but to take such a good character in Anakin Skywalker and just, you know what I mean?
They filtered it way,
yeah, just shave off.
I think
he was in a position where he couldn't love, and he still missed his mommy, like all this shit.
But again, that's writing.
I understand that,
and I think
George Lucas did a terrible job. I don't think he should have ever made the prequels. Don't get me wrong, there are moments in those.
Yeah, no, and I agree, because the prequels was mostly money.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't think he wanted to do them. Be honest with you.
I'm glad they exist, though.
Yeah, me too, because there are great moments in that. Revenge of the Sith?
I like that whole movie pretty much. When I've rewatched
especially
it
when he kills the little kids. I don't mean it. I mean, like, that's it. There's no coming back from that. Especially when he
people hate that.
Right here.
People hate that
when he's got the hood on.
Up. Bro, can we? For
those of you that don't know, I put my hood up. No.
So Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2, and not the new one because I haven't played the new one.
The OG.
The OG. There was a game mode, and I don't know if it's in the new one, but there's a game mode where you pick all just characters: Darth Maul, Anakin, not Qui-Gon, Yoda, Mace Windu. You can pick all the main villains as.
Oh, you mean the ones you have to pay for now? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, as opposed to Stormtroopers, A, right?
Yeah.
So they had Anakin, the Sith Anakin. Oh my God, he was so broken. So his combos.
From what I understand, in Battlefront now, you're a stormtrooper, and then if you get a certain amount of kills, you can activate.
It's a kill streak.
You can activate.
I think. Don't quote me, but I was watching a clip. I think that game mode exists now, where it's all heroes technically, and heroes and villains. But
who are you going with?
Kylo Ren.
Nah, I don't know. Darth Maul is pretty dope.
He's in there.
Can we talk about Sith Rey's lightsaber? You can see that in
the trailer. It's pretty cool.
The fold out, and then she can fold it back,
and she can fold, and she pinched it, and she can fold it and fold it back. And I think the other end is a little shorter than her main,
so that they're even when it comes back up.
Yeah,
it's dope.
And also, I don't want to spoil it for you. Never mind.
Let's not, but still,
no, not the movie. I'm talking about the game, the Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yeah, don't spoil it for me.
But I'm not going to.
I do plan on playing that eventually.
Bro, you got to.
I'm playing this sniper game right now, so.
Yeah, but you gotta play this game.
So there's so many things I have to do.
I know.
There's so many. I still haven't finished Naruto.
I haven't either though, so it's fine.
We got to finish that together.
No, we're not watching.
We're gonna hold hands. We're gonna cry at Naruto and Hinata's wedding.
Oh God. Anyway. Star Wars is fantastic. We're getting a little long in the tooth, so I'll cut it off. In a couple weeks, though.
How about this? We're going to throw up all over you.
How about this? In 2 weeks, I think it'll be NFL playoff time or something. Fuck all that. 2 weeks, we're going to have a Star Wars episode. Okay. Or at least mostly. Because we could keep going if we so chose.
Let's be honest. We got to throw a little nerd in.
Oh, how about this?
We are pretty heavy flexing.
We are.
I feel like we're kind of alienating,
the nerd? Well, I'll tell you what, nerd. If you made it this far, 2 weeks from today, so what is today's date? Let me look at here. It is December 21st, so after the new year.
Be the 6th, I think?
Oh, that might be the college football playoff.
We'll be alright.
So, the 28th, the 4th. So, January 4th, we'll record the episode. It is going to be Star Wars heavy.
We'll probably get the sports out of the way in case there's anything. I'm not going to promise it's going to be solely.
It won't be solely Star Wars, but it'll be.
Let's do a real quick recap. Who's your top 3 favorite all-time Star Wars characters? Go.
Shit.
Luke?
Yeah, Luke. OG
But
Luke. I love Kylo Ren.
Rey's not going to be up there for me. Mainly because she's a Mary Sue.
But they did. But J.J. Abrams even addressed that.
If Episode 9 didn't do anything to anybody, it definitely proved that she's a Mary Sue. For those of you that don't know what a Mary Sue is, it's literally a character that no matter what they do, they can't lose.
No, he fixed that. She trained this time.
Yeah,
she actually did train.
I can't wait to talk about who trained her.
But that's
he actually fixed. No, he actually fixed that too.
Yeah, and not only that,
she's still a Mary Sue though.
That's from the books that Disney got rid of.
So we're not going to talk about how she beat Kylo twice in 7 and 8. I know you don't want to talk about 8, but she did beat him twice.
No, she didn't. They didn't fight in 8. That's why it's another reason why 8's so bad. Here's the thing: did you remember in 8 that they broke the lightsaber?
Yeah. Well, who fixed it?
Yeah, you don't find that out unless you read the book.
All I'm going to say is, let's mention it and then we can leave. The catch. You know what catch I'm talking about. When she in the catch.
Yeah.
Come on!
Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway,
do yourself a fucking favor.
go see the movie.
Go see this movie.
And in a
I don't
couple
care.
weeks-
Tell the kids to go to bed at like 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. and go watch this movie. You have to go see it.
It's really good, and I'm gonna see it again. Hopefully next week.
I
Hopefully
might.
next week.
Depending on what our buddy Jordan's doing, I might go see it with him. I might drag my wife and make her go watch it, although she's kind of mad at me for going. You know why?
Anyway,
she knows why. I hope she doesn't listen. Babe, sorry again.
we appreciate you listening. I think it's about time to head out.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter. We got one of them. Yeah.
Instagram's not really.
It's not really a thing.
I'm not doing it due diligence. My wife takes care of that, and she told me to get her a rundown. By the way, I'm gonna need your help with that.
Oh, I'll run down of the episode.
Each episode.
I'll just send you my notes.
See, you're the goat.
I am not.
You're my goat.
Do you have a goat?
If I did, I would bring it every time.
Anyway,
You
thank you for
Squish, I have the
listening.
goat.
Hashtag your favorite FN podcast.
Later.
That was a week later. Hit him again.
Later.